Hi there! This is TJ coming at you from GoFigureNews.com, and today we have a review of two figures from our friends in Brooklyn known as FCTRY. It's FCTRY, and they are the folks that are bringing us the current action figures in the 2016 presidential election race. You may have seen their Obama figure, you may have seen their Hillary figure, but they are currently developing for release in just a couple of months a Bernie Sanders figure. And since he just took Michigan with Flint at stake just last night, it makes sense to take a look at their Kickstarter, which they have already succeeded in reaching their goal, and they are now adding wonderful stretch goals. So take a look at their site because they are looking wonderful. We will have a link down below. Today we are looking at FCTRY's figures from the Little Giants series. Now this here is Tesla. Now Tesla, if you don't know, of course, was one of the developers behind modern-day electricity and a whole lot more. On the back, it says he was born in Serbia in 1856, and these figures give you not only just... Oh, the birds are singing to us. These figures give you a little bit of a history lesson along the way. Let's see. He had a very unusual mind that made him seem mysterious to so many. He was an incredible inventor. He made amazing machines, and that no one, of course, at the time could understand. He was seen as a mad scientist, and he really was a little bit of a time traveler. Now, also in this series are Einstein, Freud, Gandhi, and Andy Warhol. And they are depicted on the back here. These figures measure 3 inches in height, and I have not opened this box, so I don't know exactly what this looks like up close. I can see it through the window packaging. The window packaging, of course, is incredible. You can find these folks via hashtag at #LittleGiants. And you probably can have a little bit of fun with that on Pinterest and Instagram, and probably lots on Twitter. Now, let me pop him out of the box. These were first released last year, and they are very, very cute. I really like them a lot. And now that I've got it out of the box, I can see what the hubbub is all about. He is standing here with a golden ball in one hand and a golden staff in the other. Let's see, is there any there's no articulation. It's kind of like a little sculpture. In fact, I think that these would work even more powerfully as a group because it's like these geniuses of all time. I actually like the idea that you're not getting just another superhero. This is actually someone that means something in history. Not to diss any superheroes. We love our superheroes here at Go Figure News, obviously. But this is a wonderful little sculpt. And I like the face. The face is kind of a stern, but kind of confident, intellectual. The hairstyle is, of course, a la turn of the century, the other century. And he's just got that outstretched arm, and the flat feet really allow the figure to stand tall. Let's see here. The bottom is just basically the feet. There's nothing stamped on it. His suit is sort of a matte, dark black. He's a little bit of a maestro. I like the figure, and I say take a look at these. They are incredibly affordable. I think you can get this for $10 or under. You also can visit littlegiants.com, and they will have all of the Little Giants listed there. I really think that these figures are a wonderful sort of device to get a conversation started for families that are really kind of connected with their kids in terms of their education, and instead of your easy, quick, audio book or your Google search, figures like this might actually bring some some sort of a tangible reality of who these figures are, who the actual people are in all of history. I received this box and I was so excited. Basically, what we're looking at is the sort of Banksy figure, and it was only recently announced in the media what the actual artist's name is. They've deducted it via science. So now that we're talking about Tesla and such, it's interesting that they figured out who the artist was by way of deduction through science. Here we have Mike Levitt's Art Army. And this, of course, being a riff on Banksy. You may have seen other reviews that we've done here, and we'll list those below with some links. We've done a couple of reviews that were sort of spin-offs of Banksy as well. He is one of these people that, for the longest time has been a little bit of an enigma. So let's take a look at the box first. It's got that urban effect. You've got the shiny aqueous coating against this flat matte white brick wall. Gives you sort of a flavor for what his work looks like in the city. And this is coming from a combination of both FCTRY and also Toy Factory, which is their spin-off Jailbreak Collectibles. And that is intuitionkitchenproductions.com. That's intuitionkitchenproductions.com. And they are based in upstate New York. That this came out in actually 2011. However, this is our first time taking a look at it, and we love the design, but we absolutely are flipping over the contents. This creates a little bit of a tableau for you and makes it a little bit of an interactive display. So you start with a base. Now the base looks like kind of a sandy, sort of slightly like a dune. And then it comes with a fence. That on the fence it says Banksy Art Army. And it is designed almost like a musical note. And then it pops right into the base like so. And I'm not sure if that's the front or the back. We shall see. So you have a simple base put together. And this is kind of cool because Banksy, of course, is totally like an urban artist. So let me see. That kind of goes there. There are two cactuses. So here's the other cactus. One goes in front of the fence and one goes behind the fence. It's easy to figure that out because one has a square peg and the other one has a round peg. So voila. Banksy himself, each item is in a separate plastic bag to keep them safe and keep the sort of paint safe during travels. Here you have Banksy looking like he's skulking around with a cigarette in his mouth, wearing a hoodie and a red backpack. And there are a lot of details here. The face has a little bit of a Vinyl Idols look to it. And you might have seen those figures. Those come out of Bath, England via Funko has been releasing them out of the United States, and there's going to be a huge roster of those. So, so we're creating something here where you're kind of on a desert island of sorts with this gate, and then there are other elements yet. This you can find for about $100. Now they are limited edition. He comes with a little rat with a hat. He's got a little police hat on. So I suppose that, obviously makes reference to the street art. He also comes with believe it or not, a little banana. Now, I like the banana, and I think you just put that right in his hand. The cool thing about that, of course, it makes reference back to Andy Warhol. It comes with yet one additional figure, a full-size figure, and it is a hooded figure. And I will turn him around. It's as if, it's the artist that may have been caught, and then maybe he was put behind bars. He's in handcuffs, and he's got a black hood. He's got that sense of anonymity, and of course he's in kind of prison garb. Now, these figures do not have any articulation. They're not meant to. They're kind of like sculptures. The interesting thing about this figure here, the Banksy figure, is that on his feet, he's got kind of almost ape-looking feet with some fur at the top of his foot just before you see the jeans. So this is a little bit of a spoof. It is not meant to be Banksy. It's not meant to be representational of the artist himself. It's just meant to give you the allure of the artist. And again, I'm going to give you 360 here. This is a side profile. And we'll give you a frontal of the rat. And then you can see them from the back. And we'll give you this little island from the back as well. And then from the other side, and then I'm going to turn this back. And then I am going to bring these back to front, and I'm going to put them side by side so you can see the figures. I'm going to take this out just for a second so you can take a look at the figures, and then the little mouse for scale. I think it's a rat, not a mouse. So this is an incredible look at the Banksy figure from our good friends at FCTRY and Jailbreak Collectibles and Mike Levitt.